with James Benefico. We met on a Memorial Day boat.
Yes,
like okay,
the party barge.
Party barge. Yeah, man, pleasure to have it on here. We usually, on this new podcast, I usually interview trainers and gym owners, but like you have a pre-workout and it's you're made it here in Austin. It's organic. Like I'm excited to have you on here.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to break down like why you created it, you know, how you're growing it, how you got that name, and we'll go from there. But really quickly, if you want to just introduce yourself, we'll get started.
Sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me. I'm glad we met at the Austin Fitness Community Party Barge.
Absolutely.
Quite the day. But yeah, I'm James Benefico. I'm the founder of Organic Muscle. I had my own weight loss journey about 8 years ago. Right before I started the company, I lost 80 pounds.
Damn, you're looking jacked, dude.
Thank you, man. Wasn't always this way.
Yeah.
But during that process, I started taking workout supplements, and a lot of them made me sick.
Like,
particularly,
you have Jack 3D or what?
yeah, I don't want to name names, but wink, wink.
Yeah. Well, they're not around anymore, so we can throw out Jack 3D.
Yeah. I had a really, really scary experience where I pretty much felt like I was going to die. And that led me on this journey of investigating pre-workouts, learning about them, and realizing there wasn't a healthy organic option out there. So I became obsessed and created my own.
Did you, because I've gone back and forth. Sometimes I love the lightheadedness, and then sometimes I feel like I'm going to like pass out. So I prefer the latter, or sorry, the former where, prefer the latter where I'm not dealing with the passing out part.
Yeah.
Did you just get like, what is that? Is it not beta-alanine? Because beta-alanine's like the tingles, right?
Niacin.
Niacin is the part that like.
That's the niacin flush.
Oh, that's what that is. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you know? What part of the pre-workout made you feel that way? Just caffeine.
It had an insane amount of caffeine, but there are quite a few other stimulants.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like what with organic muscle, like what kinds of stuff did you not put in it that a typical pre-workout would have put into it?
It's really just a completely different approach.
Okay.
We took an like.
So it's hard to say like not this. It's more just like look, it's totally different.
It's a totally different idea. I mean, one of the main ingredients in our pre-workout is beetroot. Okay. Which has been shown in studies to increase your endurance and stamina during a workout by up to 20%.
Okay.
So for some of these ingredients, Mother Nature has a better option.
I'm going to throw that in here really quick, actually.
Yeah.
This thing, one of those?
Yeah.
That'll do. There we go. There we go. Wait, can I take this when I'm not, like, working out? Cause I know,
absolutely. A lot of our customers do.
I was going to say, because I know when I take, like, C4 and I'm not working out, I'm just, like, fucking, so this is going to get me just, I can live my life with this?
Yeah. Awesome. You're going to be feeling good.
So you guys have the name Organic Muscle then?
Yes.
How did you even, like, dude, I'm a big SEO guy. I'm a big, like, do you guys have organicmuscle.com? I can't remember what the website was.
Yeah, our website's organicmuscle.com. That's kind of the moment I knew I had to do this. Because that was the name that came to me. That name came to me when I was thinking of ideas. And I checked and the URL was available. And I'm wow, this is a sign from the universe.
How much though?
Take a guess.
What year was this?
This was 2014. I'll tell you, it was about $1,800.
Oh, I was gonna guess. I probably would have guessed like 1,000 to 10,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Because I know that the shorter the URL, the more expensive it is.
Yeah.
But still, organicmuscle.com is an awesome URL.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Those are two big, those both words individually are very expensive. Organic
for sure.
Muscle. So.
Do you know? Have you like done an audit on what it's worth now by chance?
About 5,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah, good stuff. What is it? Yeah, what does this taste like? It's gonna kill me too. Garrett did the same thing. Tastes good, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It took a few batches. It took a couple of years to really improve the taste. When we started the company, our first batch, it worked really well in terms of energy, but
it just
tasted like earthy, to say the least.
So let's go through that journey. So you get Organic Muscle, the URL, the name, which is just like awesome. Congrats on that. What is your first batch like? Like, is it just like you're just putting dirt in the thing? You're like getting some beetroots and like.
Well, I wasn't doing it myself. We had a manufacturer, and we still work with them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we partnered with our manufacturer, and we still work with them to this day. We have a great relationship, but. They helped us develop the formula. We figured out what ingredients we wanted to use, and we came out with our first batch. We tried probably 5 series of samples. They would send us samples and we tested it out and, went to the gym and saw how it worked, and it was very effective. But at that time, the amounts of each ingredient and the amount of the flavoring, it wasn't really the tastiest formula. And also on our first batch, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a graphic designer, and our labels were
this
atrocious.
Looks great.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
The first batch, I mean, it's kind of cool to look back on it now and see how ugly the labels were, and it's like, all right, it's.
Do you have a design of those still, or a file of those?
Yeah, I could find.
So we'll throw that up. I'd love to throw up my original WeStrive designs too, compared to now, and my original logo compared to now. Like, it's funny to just like compare those two, because I was gonna say, like, that was my next question, was like the strawberry mango looks awesome. I love the logo of the guy. Is it kind of like supposed to be like an artichoke or like a leaf or something like that?
Yeah, you could see it's a muscle man made of leaves.
Yeah, very cool.
Crossing his forearms this. Yeah. That was the same logo we've always had, but the logo's always been dope, but what surrounded it on the label was...
That's a really cool logo. So can I see the packaging, actually?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll break this down. Actually, did I introduce you to Labdoor?
Yes, I've been speaking with them.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What do you think is going to happen out of that?
So they're having trouble with our pre-workout because it has so many botanical ingredients.
Okay, what does that mean? Just like...
It basically means it's hard for them to verify the herbs, and the testing is extremely expensive for them.
Gotcha.
They do more of like if you have beta-alanine and creatine or something like that, they can easily test the amounts of that ingredient.
Damn, but he has your sample and everything, and they're doing like tests on it, and they're trying to.
No, we're trying to figure out a way to do it because we have a different product than that's what I said. Our product, it's a totally different mindset.
Yeah.
When it comes to a pre-workout.
That's so cool, man. Yeah, I hope you guys get on there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, so honest ingredients, real energy, very cool. So vegan, gluten free. USDA Organic? Do you have to get tested to get that label, or
so the whole process from the farm to the processing to the bottling, everything is overseen by the USDA. So they have different guidelines for every step of the process.
Okay.
And the USDA Organic program will audit the farms. They audit our manufacturer. And for compliance, and then there's all kinds of documentation you have to provide.
Wait, so what is that process like? Are they sending in a rep, or are you sending out samples? Like, how does that work?
It's both, and you have to keep records. But we partner with one of the few organic certified supplement manufacturers in the country.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so what besides the organic part, like what do you do to differentiate from your competitors mainly? I mean, I love the packaging too. You have the energy and focus broken down, circulation and pump. This is cool, man. You guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you seriously, all you have to do is compare the ingredients of other pre-workouts versus ours, and we try to take an approach where it's actually nourishing from a nutritional level.
Yeah.
And providing some of the aspects that a pre-workout is traditionally used for with organic ingredients from the earth, fruits, herbs, mushrooms.
Dude, you know what's cool, man, is I'm currently working on weaning off of C4, Celsius, Bang, etc. I should not be taking those. I know I shouldn't be. I take them and I don't know why. I just do it. So I literally bought a pre-workout it's a healthy one. It's okay. This is good though, so
Thanks,
I might
man.
start just taking pre-workout.
Sweet,
man.
perfect.
This is really cool, man. I'm going through
Thank you. It's there's all this research coming out about sucralose, and sucralose is in most energy drinks.
Okay, wait, okay, you're gonna tell me. Sorry.
The main two findings are that it's really bad for your gut bacteria, like your healthy balance of gut flora, and that it can basically take 6 months for your good gut bacteria to get back to normal levels if you're drinking a lot of sucralose. And then there was just a study that came out. I haven't dove too deep into it, but the premise was that it damages your DNA.
Oh, damn. Okay. I mean, good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not an expert on that by any means, and I don't want to say something that
It's
isn't
not
like,
true. Yeah, or
but
not,
there was a
yeah.
big study that came out, and that was their finding.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I know whatever I'm taking, it just isn't good for my body. And like, I'm weaning off of just caffeine in general, and I'm weaning off of just like, just any sort of unhealthy eating. I'm doing my best to do it. So this is really cool. Okay, so this is awesome, and we'll get back to like how you kind of leveled up on the product, but. A big thing on this podcast I want to cover is like, you know, how to grow your business and that kind of stuff. Because we have so many trainers and gym owners that are like constantly trying to figure out like how to get to the next level. And I saw you guys have a bunch of people that you work with as far as influencers go.
Yeah.
So how did you get those influencers? Like, is it like an affiliate thing? Do you pay them? Like, what's that situation like?
Yeah, we do not pay our influencers. It tends to be people who are really into the organic lifestyle. So it's people who are very health conscious. They take their health very seriously. And for them, they finally found a supplement company that kind of is in alignment with their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they're happy to do it for free supplements.
I love that. And then do you reach out to them? Like, what are you doing to get to your audience basically?
So it's a combination of us reaching out to people we think would be a good fit. But honestly, a lot of our best ambassadors were just clients, customers, and they reached out to us.
Do you work with, like, let's say that we had personal trainers watching this podcast. They tried your pre-workout. They loved it. Do you do like any sort of affiliate program or anything?
Yeah,
like
absolutely. We'd love to work with you. Just reach out to us on Instagram at organic_muscle. We'll get back to you quickly.
Very cool. Okay. Very cool, man. Wait, so we go from the beginning product. Like, did you have like a lot of sales? Was it like super like kind of slow beginning? Like, how did it
started
scale?
pretty slow, but I remember getting my first sale and I was like, I've been working on this for a year, you know, and like the first order came. I mean, it was the best feeling in the world.
Like first anonymous sale, or like a friend bought it, kind of.
No, first anonymous sale from someone.
That's the one you want. Yeah.
I was like, it's happening. And I mean, it was slow at the start, but we were fortunate since we had the first ever organic pre-workout. We got on Amazon and we got some reviews going, and we started getting some traction on there. And it got to a point where we could like pay the bills, you know?
Wow, that's
crazy. That was a big blessing getting on Amazon early. And Amazon has a lot of pros and cons, but I really think it gave our business life early on.
For sure. Do you guys try and sell independently through your website then, as much as you can?
Yeah.
What are the fees or commissions that Amazon takes?
It ends up being like 32 to 35%, depending. But that includes shipping.
I was gonna say, do they handle the shipping process, drop shipping, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, FBA. And the cool thing with Amazon is people I know will order on Amazon. They'll be like, "Bro, it got delivered in like an hour."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the thing. I mean, for example, like with our business, we have Apple takes 30%. We don't do payments through Apple. We're not like a B2C company anymore. But like, if we were to put payments on Apple, it is way easier to just put your thumb on there versus going to a website, adding your card, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, you don't want to sell through Amazon, but you're also like, I mean, it's a pretty seamless process, and we're also used to doing it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Wait, so what are the platforms that you're on? You're on Amazon, your website, then what else?
Shopify is our website. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha, through Shopify. Okay.
Yeah.
Labdoor soon. Okay,
yes, soon
Very
enough.
Cool. What do you guys do? Like, have you guys created like a community or anything? Like, what are you doing to like kind of grow the business more?
What do you mean by a community? Like,
I guess it's kind of a buzzword that I've been saying a lot lately. Like, I've talked to people on this podcast, and then someone else that was helping me out with mine. And that's kind of why I started the podcast in general, is like, I want to create around WeStrive like this like health and fitness kind of like just kind of network. So it's like, I have the podcast. I'm hosting. I'll invite you to this. I'm hosting weekly or monthly workouts. I'm going to do the WeStrive games in November, where we rented out Central Machine Works. We're going to have like 100. I forgot to tell you about this. We're going to have like 100 people doing like a strongman competition. Like,
nice.
Pulling trucks, all that stuff.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. We might get some pre-workout.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to create more of a community. So like, not just marketing, but like, do you guys do anything as far as like sponsoring events or like?
For sure. Kind of I was just at one yesterday.
Okay. What do you guys do with all that stuff?
There was the Battle of the Gyms yesterday, but we're always at different events. networking. I go to different health and fitness entrepreneur meetups and things, and just try and get involved with the community. So there's networking for me personally, and then there's like our community online through social media, and then through all of our affiliates and ambassadors. It's like a whole web, you could say.
Very cool. And how big is the team right now?
Of affiliates
or just
of
your
ambassadors?
Your team, yeah.
It's pretty tight. I have an Amazon team. I actually moved on from my web ads team, so I'm investigating new solutions there.
What is web ads?
Like Google, Facebook ads.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, ads. Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha. Social media. We have someone who does social media. It's pretty sad. My business partner actually passed away last year. He was like
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. He was my right-hand man, so it's been a big adjustment trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, he was irreplaceable, but trying to pick up his responsibilities after that. Yeah. So I picked up most of them personally.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Have you guys kind of like from the start of the company, has it kind of like grown pretty much every year, or like where?
No, we grew the first 3 or 4 years we were growing, and then a big part of that was our greens was really crushing it, our organic greens formula.
Yeah.
And then Athletic Greens and 500,000 greens companies came out.
Damn.
And that particular product went down like a lot. So we went down a bit after that, and we also had some problems during COVID, but for a lot of our other each product is different, you know. Yeah. Several of our products have grown every year. A couple have shrunk. And then I thought I was a complete genius creating the first ever organic pre-workout, so I got a little trigger happy and started launching all kinds of products, and a couple of them flopped. So, but
what advice do you have to people then? Like, I mean, I know trainers and gym owners they're always like launching a new package or a new like system. Like, what advice do you have on like, you know, sticking to what you're good at kind of thing? I guess not that you're not good at your other products, but like
I mean, and it's hard to bat 1,000 too, and you kind of don't know until you try. But I would have been more diligent and done more market research and thought about what goes with our brand best.
Yeah.
Some of the products that didn't work out, they didn't really vibe with the organic muscle aspect of it.
And what's an example of one of those?
Like a probiotic, which is for like gut health, and it was kind of like, it wasn't what like someone trying to get big and strong is thinking about as much.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if someone wants a probiotic, they're probably going to look for like a more.
They're going to go to a probiotic company or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys have like a breakdown of like male, female, like who purchases your product the most?
Yeah, we have a lot of female customers. It's pretty even for us.
Very cool. Well, as I know a lot of women don't want to take. I mean, rightfully so. They don't want to take like the C4s. Like they're not. Trying to like, you know. Especially, I feel like women are way more like inclined and understanding of like their internal health, like gut health. I didn't know what gut health was until I had a dietitian on my podcast last week, and then I was like, oh my god, gut health. So I feel like they're a lot smarter when it comes to that. So they're going to be taking a pre-workout like yours versus the worst one. Yeah,
we've had a great response from females. A lot of females really love our protein too. It's extremely easy to digest, and it doesn't make you bloated.
What is that? I'm gonna pull up my phone and we'll go through your website really quick. I want to see. Cool. So I'll go through all the little, not the little, but so we'll go organic muscle. And we'll put this up on the screen too. Dude, I love the URL. Love the URL. I'm a big URL guy. Like, it took us forever. We were WeStriveApp.com for years, and then we finally got WeStrive.com, and I was like, oh god, this feels so much cleaner. Okay, very cool. So if we go to so you have the pre-workout plant-based protein. What is Immunity Shield Plus?
Immunity Shield it's one of my favorite products. It's a combination of organic vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, turmeric, aloe vera. It's a lot of the most effective immune boosting like ingredients from holistic sources.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we got electrolyte hydrator. Is that just like a Gatorade supplement?
Yeah, it's a combination of organic fruits, mushrooms, and then like magnesium, potassium, your salts. So it's a kind of a lot of the other electrolyte supplements, they're just electrolytes. So we combined in the organic fruits and different things that can assist that process.
Okay, so kind of like a healthier liquid IV then kind of thing. Okay, very cool. Because I know everyone's like trying to find like a better solution to liquid IV because I feel like it's very like, I don't even know what salt. What is it? Like not as good for you, I guess. So yeah. I can cut that part out too. I didn't even know what I was saying. Okay, we got superfood blends. What is this one?
We have greens and reds. Yeah, they're different blends of. So the reds is like pomegranate, beetroot.
Okay.
And a collection of superfoods and fruits that are red in nature, which tend to be, some people say it's a little pseudoscientific, but in a lot of ancient practices, they associated that with blood and organ health.
Okay.
And the greens is like spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, things like that.
Very cool.
It's kind of like a healthier and tastier version of athletic greens.
Nice.
It's actually organic.
Okay, we got Brain Boost here. So superfood nootropic Brain Boost. What is this one? Dude, you have so many reviews on these. Where are the reviews coming from? Those Amazon or what?
Yeah, we're pulling them from Amazon and from different places. And from it like combines them from our website and Amazon.
Oh, very cool. I mean, 1,000 reviews plus on multiple products is pretty crazy.
Yeah, thanks. Our pre-workout has almost 5,000 reviews on Amazon.
I was going to say, I think I might have skipped the reviews on that one. Yeah, we've got, dude, there's tons of pre-workout reviews on here. Okay, so then we got a couple more. We got Ultra Brain Boost. What does that one do?
It's a nootropic, so for focus.
Very cool.
Yep.
And then awesome, man. This is great. So I'm just going to go through this really quick. So how many products do you guys have right now?
Well, including the different flavor variations. So like our pre-workout comes in 3 flavors. It's like 14. Yeah.
So what do you do? Because I've had people on my startup entrepreneur podcast, and kind of similar to what I said before, but like they try and figure out like what's good and they pull something off and put something new in. Like, do you guys rotate products at all often or no?
Yeah, we've pulled a few products over the years. I'm pulling our probiotic now.
Oh, you are? You're currently doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't work out, and it can be for your marketing like energy. It's a lot to market all these different products because you're like putting together. They can have different audiences,
100%.
and we have a smaller operation, so I don't really have the bandwidth to create really great marketing strategies for all these products. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets, I wish I was a little more, I had a tighter ship. I think about Athletic Greens, and they've been so successful. They have one product.
Oh, they do? Damn.
Their greens, yeah. And part of me wishes that I had focused on like 1 or 2 products and put all my energy into it. But we have, on the other hand, like we've launched some amazing products and helped a lot of people with various products. So
I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, like our software is like we're an all-in-one tool, and so we're called a SaaS software, and so like every investor and mentor I ever had is just like, don't launch a new feature. But I'm also like, but people want all the features, and so with you guys, it's like, but you want to focus on pre-workout, but they also want to, maybe a probiotic. They also want like, the nootropic, et cetera. So it's like, at what point do you kind of like close the door and, focus on what you have versus like expanding further, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's a good point. And part of so for an organic product, the order minimum is way higher than for a non-organic product. So I met someone the other day who has a supplement company, and they could launch a new product, make a label for it, and order 10 units and get it off the ground. We have to order 1,500.
That's crazy. Okay. Is that because of the manufacturer you're dealing with, or like just because of how the industry works?
It's just a more complex, expensive process for organic. So they don't even, like an organic manufacturer, they won't let you in the door unless you're ordering 1,500.
Is that tough to have so many to have to order so many up front, and then
It's really difficult for cash flow for sure.
I was gonna say, yeah. How quick with cash flow? Like, how quick does Amazon pay you out? Like, if you
every 2 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Okay, very cool, man. So with this journey, like, what is what are some of the things that, you know, like from version 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 that like maybe that you altered or changed that like saw like a big boost in growth?
Version 1 to 2 to 3. You're talking about like, the variations of the products, or just the evolution of the business?
Yeah, I guess like I don't know how many versions you've had or whatever, but what like have you noticed, like if you were like, oh, we put beetroot in it and then we saw like a 50% increase or something like that? Like, is there anything that you've changed that?
A big thing I realized that even with organic customers, taste is very important. So improving the flavor. If you have an ingestible product, you can have the best ingredients in the world, but there's still a section of customers who really, really care about taste. There are some customers who it could taste like, can I swear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Something can taste like shit, and a certain segment of customers will love it just because the ingredients are so good.
Because they know it's healthy because it tastes like shit.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a segment of customers, if you want mass appeal, that really care about taste. So fixing that has been a help.
What do you even do to improve the taste? Like, are you going to the manufacturer and saying like, hey, this needs to taste better? Or are you like at home, like throwing beetroot and then throwing like a little, this and that, like sugar in there? Like,
well, we'll talk to our manufacturer and we'll try and identify if there's a certain herb that is very strong. We could maybe tone that down and add. We use Lohan berry as a sweetener.
What is that? I'm not familiar. Sorry.
It's just a sweet berry, organic berry that is, and some of the products use stevia. We try to use a light amount of stevia. Some people don't like it as much. I personally love it, but we'll talk to our manufacturer. And another thing to consider is sometimes vendors, like one vendor will have say a ginseng that tastes more earthy than another vendor, just based on some of the conditions of how it was grown in that particular batch. So identifying some of these different things.
And are you speaking with these vendors, or are you talking with the manufacturer who then talks to the vendors?
I speak with the manufacturer, then talks with the vendors.
Okay, yeah. But do you know who the vendors are by chance, or like?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you ever contact with them or anything like that, or?
No, because our manufacturer deals with them so consistently that they have strong relationships.
Very cool. So like, how does that work then? Like, you go to the manufacturer and today, like, do you pay for each individual ingredient of the pre-workout, or like?
No, we just pay for the pre-workout.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And then it's just okay.
And then we have to buy our labels separately, and we have our labels shipped to the manufacturer.
Okay, gotcha. And who handles your label design? Are you kind of just like you're pretty probably content with what you have right now?
Yeah, I always think about how I can improve the brand. I actually have 2 different label designers. I used a new label designer for these, but if you look at our actual bottles, the aesthetic is a little different. And then we're launching a new product that I think is going to be our biggest product ever.
Nice.
And it took forever to get the organic certification and everything, but we're going to be releasing the first ever certified organic Tonkat Ali, which is like, it's like Huberman talks about a lot. It's basically the most effective herb in the world for boosting testosterone.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Like, it's study after study shows how effective, and not a small amount, like a significant increase in testosterone. So we're releasing the first ever USDA organic version of it. Got a new designer for that, and it's going to be like an evolution of the brand.
And then when you do that big launch, like, are you just doing like a bunch of social media ads, or like you going to
social media? Yeah. My goal for this is getting a lot of new affiliates and ambassadors on, especially in the men's health space, to help us spread the word. Do affiliate email. That's my biggest goal, is getting people in this space whose audiences will like the product, to get them to tell their audiences about it.
Very cool. And I just forgot my question. We're talking about a new product. We were talking about before that. Oh, okay. Have you guys ever done like what's the general term? Selling in stores. What's the term called?
Retail.
Retail. I don't know. I can think about.
Yeah,
I watched a million Shark Tank episodes. Do you guys ever do retail or anything like that?
Yeah. We're in quite a few stores around the country. We're not in any big chains, for a variety of reasons. Our product's very expensive for us to make. Mm-hmm. I would venture to say like one of our pre-workouts compared to another pre-workout could be 5 to 8 times as expensive for us to make. So I don't know if it has the margins for a lot of these big retailers who want pretty significant margins.
Like a Walmart or something like that.
Yeah. And I don't know if this type of product would be right
for
it.
Walmart.
Yeah. It'd be good for Whole Foods. I'm speaking with them right now.
Love that.
So hopefully we'll make that happen.
Are you in some so you're in like a lot of like local what am I trying to say, like local health
food stores, gyms, yoga studios, things like that.
Very
and we're
cool.
actually have some big wholesale accounts overseas as well.
What are you doing to land those gyms and those wholesale accounts? Are you just like cold emailing them and saying, hey, this is a great pre-workout? Like how does that relationship even start?
Some of them have come to us, and then some of them one of my business partners will go around and we just network and talk to people, and we'll find opportunities. We'll swing by gyms, give them some samples, and we follow up with them. Some of them are like right away, let's do it. I was getting gas at a gas station the other day, and I sold them a couple bags in like 30 seconds.
At the gas station?
Yeah, I had just gotten a pump, and I was looking
nice.
Real pumped up, and they were like, yes, we'll get it.
Dude, wait, so I just posted a Twitter thread last week asking about how gas stations handle their inventory. I'm so curious. I'm like, there's always new pre-workouts and new stuff in there. Sorry. So can you just go into a gas station and like sell your product? Like,
yeah, I'm realizing a lot of them, this was a first for me. I'd never dealt with gas stations before, but I was like, let me give this a shot. And I realized a lot of them the buyers are independent. So the guy working the register might own the place, and he might be the buyer. So,
damn.
And it's not always like that for gyms. A lot of times, like if you're dealing with
like a Gold or something like that.
A Gold's Lifetime, that's corporate. It all has to go through corporate, and then a lot of them have their own supplement lines themselves.
Because I posted about it because like I would notice the pre-workouts I would take or the food I would eat in certain gas stations. Sometimes I go to gas stations a lot. I'm like addicted to buying like little snacks and treats. Whatever.
Really?
It's like embarrassing. But I would notice that like I would go in there one week, it would have this pre-workout and this snack. And then the next week it wouldn't have that. Like it wouldn't be that they were out. It would be completely a new product. And so that's so curious to me.
Yeah, and it would probably take an independent gas station to move that quickly. Like a corporate system it's a bureaucracy that moves slower. But if the owner is right there behind the counter, all right, we'll try something new.
How do you so you just like, hey, they're $50 a piece. Like, what do you even like? How do you even you just give them to them and you're like, hey, whatever you sell, you pay me, or like how does that work?
Yeah, I just like we have our wholesale pricing, which is 50% of our retail pricing.
Gotcha.
And sometimes I'll just give them samples to try out, but this particular buyer was ready to buy.
So cool. That's awesome. And they just put it like behind the shelf or what?
Yeah, well, they could either have it in this, or they could take the single servings out and put them in a glass and put them right on the counter. Yeah.
They probably make a lot more money doing that too.
Yeah, they can make $1 to $1.50 per packet.
That's smart, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, sweet dude. I mean, this has been awesome. Do you have anything like you want to anything else you want to address or anything you want to tell or anything like that?
Yeah, I would just say for aspiring entrepreneurs out there, just don't give up. You're gonna fail. You're gonna get smacked in the face, metaphorically. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna experience a whole range of emotions. But if you're having a really rough day, just try and get to the next day.
100%.
Yeah, that's my advice.
That's what I always say too, man. I'm like, we might be out of money today, but like tomorrow I'm still alive. My company's still there, and we're going to just keep pushing on,
Yeah. So. I mean, we could have gone out of business 100 different times, but if you persevere, like beautiful things can happen. And the last thing I would say is try and live in alignment as much as you possibly can with your business. It just, people can sense it, and people can, people read that energy. And I've found I've been most successful when I'm living as healthy of an organic lifestyle as I possibly can.
100%, man. Well,
that was fun.
There we go, man. Episode 5 wrapped up.
Thank you, brother.
Pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it
was
awesome.
Good
Appreciate
stuff,
it.
I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the My Fitness Business podcast, powered by WeStrive. Head to WeStrive.com/podcast to check out more of our guest interviews and learn more about the WeStrive platform. Have an amazing day, and don't forget to keep striving.